Fast X, or Fast 10, is the 10th installment of the Fast and Furious franchise. Now, this was originally directed by Justin Lin, who directed a few of the previous films, but due to creative differences between him and Vin Diesel, he dropped out of the project. And this was taken over by French director Louis Leterrier, and I apologise if I said that wrong. Director of The Transporter 1 and 2, The Incredible Hulk, Now You See Me, Clash of the Titans, Grimsby, and the Netflix series Lupin. Dominic Toretto and his family are targeted by the vengeful son named Dante, played by Jason Momoa, of the drug kingpin Hernan Reyes from Fast 5. My experience with the Fast and the Furious franchise has been a hit or miss. There is a couple of them I honestly do not mind, and some of them I'm not really a fan of, especially the 9th film. But for a very popular franchise that has been going on for way too long now, and not afraid to show the over-the-top and dumbness of it all, with some ridiculous action and storytelling moments. And since Fast 5, it's been going for this Mission Impossible vibe. And for some peculiar reason, I have kept going along with this franchise, and I thought, with this being the beginning of the end, I thought I'd tag along for the last ride. Fast 10 is yet again another Fast and Furious film for many aspects, which I'm going to discuss in this review. The action in this film was insane, from a entertaining and hilarious experience, making the ridiculousness go up a level. For example, there is a scene in Rome where is this ginormous bomb going around knocking cars about and making damage to the streets, and Toretto and his team need to try and stop it before it blows up. Another moment which is set in Portugal when Vin Diesel drives his car down this very, very steep dam while it's being blown up. There are a lot of moments that I can explain more about, but I don't want to give too much away from the fun. So you can expect some pretty crazy over-the-top action because it's Fast and Furious. But don't worry though, they don't go up to space again. Thank God. All of the performances were fine and watchable. I can tell the usual lot, and even the new cast was having a great time participating in a lot of dumb fun. The stand-up for me would have to be from Jason Momoa as the villain. He was so over the top and entertaining. I could tell Momoa was trying to be like the Joker, with the use of his expressionism, his unpredictable motivations and schemes that he comes up with, and he has these very in-depth conversations with Toretto, trying to be this very edgy villain character, but it's all entertaining to watch. My main problem with Fast 10 was the plot was all over the place. Too many characters involved and lots of locations, making the experience incredibly packed and forgettable. To be more specific on it being forgettable is trying to remember everything and everyone happening at the same time. Like, we've got Vin Diesel and Jason Momoa going after each other in Rome and Rio. We've got Michelle Rodriguez and Charlize Theron trapped together in this lab. Tyrese Gibson, Ludacris, Natalie Emmanuel and Sung Kang in London trying to deal with this hacking issue, and they bump into Jason Statham's character. We have John Cena returning as the brother, and he looks after Toretto's son on their way to Portugal. We also have Brie Larson and Alan Ritchson in the film, who are both from this agency going after Toretto and the team. While all of these side plots are happening, within those scenes, there are so many moments when someone like Dominic Toretto will bump into someone, and a character like Toretto will say to that person, oh, you're related to this person who is now dead and who was either part of the family or who is a threat. More characters do come back from the dead in this film because no one really dies in the Fast and the Furious franchise. And possibly, just like John Cena at the end of Fast and Furious 9, that character will probably join them for the next barbecue session. And of course, just like all the other Fast and Furious films, the characters will be holding a good old Corona. Now I understand these familiarities have occurred before in the franchise, and yes, it is all over the top, but I felt from a storytelling point of view, nothing really new was brought to the table. Regarding my other issues, I thought the humour was pretty cringe. A lot of it was forced and awkward. The film had some pretty bad CGI, and especially with the fire, and this has honestly got to be some of the worst CGI fire I've ever seen. In the end though, Fast 10 is yet again another Fast and Furious film full of dumb fun and action. A plot that felt very familiar from previous films that made the experience pretty forgettable. As always, please don't go in and expect this film to take itself seriously, because it will not. And if you take this film very seriously, you are going to hate it. But if you enjoy this type of action films, I guarantee you're going to have a good time. The film does have a cliffhanger, so be prepared for, in 2025, Fast X Part 2. Based on my Letterboxd rating, I'm going to give Fast X, or Fast 10, a 2-star out of 5. Thank you so much for watching, and look out for more videos coming your way. Cheers.